Alright fuckers, welcome back to Practicing Portraits, an artwod roadmap, right? Artwod is the best platform in the world to teach you how to draw from imagination using the power of simple forms. So after 3 years and 7 months, you too can draw like this. Wonderful. Every single time I fuck up the intro. But yeah, who am I? I'm Viggy. I started drawing at the age of 25. I'm 28 now, right? I think I want to start including my age. I feel like that's important for all the dipshits who think that they can't draw because they're not 15 anymore. Right, so yes, I started at 25. I've been drawing for 3 years and 7 months, right? The fundamentals are 90% of my practice. This channel is a repository of my practice to prove anybody can draw alongside my own art goals, right? And yeah, this is essentially like this channel is like 90% of my practice. So if you ever wonder, is that really the exact progression he took? The answer is yes. Literally, that is the exact progression he took, right? So get your pen, get your paper, and draw along with me. Let's put in a fuck ton of effort. Especially today, because I'm fucking tired. I don't feel like drawing. Bro, I'm so sleepy. But all we can do is try, right? And I'm not gonna like speak it into existence or anything, but I have a feeling today's session is gonna be very, very difficult. Voice crack, very difficult, right? So I'm just gonna do my best, right? I'm gonna do my best, manifesting money, right? So what are we doing? We're doing the anyways. I hope you got your pen, you got your paper. Draw along all that shit. Let's see. What are we doing? I'm at the Artwod Portrait Roadmap. Right, dude, like I'm actually fucking dead today. Or not today, right now, like I'm just tired. I just gymmed too, maybe that's why. Bless me, my brain is very tired, but I'm looking at a portrait reference. I'm calculating a box over that portrait reference. I'm calculating the center lines, the center cross axis, right? The diagonal center lines, right? Diagonal cross axis on every invisible plane. I'm trying to see through the form. And first off, when I project this box onto the portrait reference, then I'm trying to visualize / calculate the center planes inside the box, and then the ellipses inside those center planes, and then the sphere encompassing those ellipses, right? Essentially, it's like 4 layers of perspective, right? Right now, I can only really see about like 1.5. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, right? And I always make the mistake of, because I'm trying to see through the form, right? So I keep making the mistake of trying to ghost. I'm like ghosting and visualizing outward. Like I'm ghosting and visualizing this outward perspective first. And this is roughly the perspective of the box. But what I should be doing is ghosting and visualizing this inward, invisible perspective first, right? Such that I actually know and understand what the form is made out of, right? So that's what I'm trying to do now. It's actually pretty cool. Pretty kind of coincidental is that the new perspective that I'm creating the schema for, because like you might be wondering what the fuck is the point of all this. The point of all this is that yes, it's portraiture because this is the foundation the portraits rely upon. I'm creating a strong geometric mental model, a 3D simulation in my mind that is applicable in any single or almost any single angle, right? And I can recall just like this. This will take me hundreds of hours, right? So this is the quote-unquote boring middle that the dipshits who actually don't like learning will call, right? And yes, I'm calling you out if you're a dipshit who doesn't like learning, right? But you can also not be a dipshit. I guarantee you cannot be a dipshit, just like I used to be, right? And it's by focusing on the effort, focusing on the errors, and deriving enjoyment from them, i.e. attaching dopamine to mistakes like I'm doing right now, right? As in literally, I'm trying to lean into the effort as much as I can. Every time I make a mistake, I simply just force myself to feel good, right? And I mean, maybe right now today's session won't be as bad because, or not bad, like bad good is all subjective, but it won't be as strenuous initially, right? It won't be as much of a cognitive hurdle to get over because right now it doesn't feel as bad, or again, not really like an appropriate word. It doesn't feel as difficult to get into the zone of thinking because drawing is thinking, and that's exactly what I do for this entire hour. Is I think, I draw because I think, right? I constantly calculate, I constantly visualize, and therefore I think. I think, therefore I am drawing. Yes, that's what Plato meant by it, right? He was also an artist. But let's see. I'm trying to visualize the overall box, right? But thinking about what I'm ghosting right now, slowly, because I want to go slowly, right? Is this. And it's also a very subtle angle. See? It's a very subtle, it's also a diagonal angle. Making it a bit more pronounced here. But this is essentially my scene through box. And then obviously I want to think about the diagonal, cross axis, cross, diagonal, cross, all that shit. Right? It's a clusterfuckery of sorts, but I've also gotten a lot better, 100%, of just visualizing like the appropriate positioning of the box on the references page, right? Like on the reference this person's face. I couldn't tell if this was a guy or a girl for the longest time. I was like, I don't know what to call this guy. This man girl, this woman boy, but it's a male model, so it's just an androgynous looking male model. For those of you wondering, the mystery has been solved. It's a man. It's a boy. It's all blue, right? So And again, like I'm making a lot of mistakes because I keep tilting this box a little too much and making my bottom plane like that, right? And it's not that tilted. It's more, I mean, it is that tilted, but this perspective is a little bit more narrow. I mean, I could be wrong because I'm still trying to figure it out, right? I'm still really trying to figure it out, but let's see. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to see the entire box, trying to, and this is beautiful because now I get to lean into the difficulty here. I'm gonna try to visualize the entire box, and I'm trying to visualize this bottom plane, this back plane, right, this top plane, and I'm trying to keep the proportion relatively decent. And now, while I'm trying to hold this visualization, and I think I did get better. Yesterday this was fucking hard, but today this is not as bad, right? I'm gonna try to visualize the cross sections on every visible and invisible plane, right? And holy shit, I don't see all of it all at once, but the fact is I'm leaning into it and I'm really trying to see it, and I actually do see a solid 35 to 40% of it. Like this, just accessing this mode of trying to visualize. When I say see, I mean calculate, visualize, project onto the page, right? I've been training myself to project my visualizations onto the page. If you have aphantasia, if you're the fucking 1% of person, 1 to 3% of people who do, which I highly doubt because you're on this fucking channel and I don't have anybody watching, right? But if you are that person, congratulations. You may not be able to visualize, but you can still fucking spatially reason, because spatial reasoning is calculating, right? It is literally just geometry. So, congrats. Even with something that is as much of a perceived negative, right? Perceived detriment, perceived disadvantage, you still have the ability to build an extremely compelling skill set. Wonderful. That is incredible. That you should be very fortunate, grateful, and proud of yourself for even being able to do even like half of that. But anyways, I can't see anymore, so I'm trying to, again, like I made the bottom, like I literally changed the perspective to this in my mind. Like it literally changed to this, which is completely wrong because it's this way. It's this one, right? So I'm gonna try to lean into this one more time. Really want to feel uncomfortable, right? Really want to chase that discomfort, right? And then we are going to take a rest, right? So let's see. There you go. Now I'm feeling that discomfort, but let me try to really lean into this discomfort. Try to see this. Oh, again, my brain is tilting it this way. It needs to be tilted that way. So there you go. Really try to lean into this box. Right, really try to lean into this box. And I am ghosting a lot slower now. I'm really happy that I'm ghosting slower because I had a tendency to ghost really fast. And now, again, it's tilting this way, it needs to tilt this way. All mistakes. I'm forcing myself to feel good while making these mistakes. And I'm trying to hold it as much as possible. I have the tilt correct. I have the angles relatively correct. This is still too drastic. This top plane is still too drastic. It needs to be, it needs to actually be something like this. It literally needs to be flat. What the fuck is this guy's face angle? What the fuck? Are we even seeing the top? Well, actually, this might actually be a 2-point perspective. Now that I look at it, this literally might be a 2-point perspective. I might have had the wrong box the entire time. But if that's the case, yeah, this might be a 2-point perspective. Let me look at this one more time. Don't mind me. I'm like, I guess I'll ghost it so you can see what it is I'm trying to understand here. Yeah, this is 100% 2-point perspective. So that means the box is something like, I see now. Oh wow, okay, it is a 2-point perspective box. So I completely misunderstood, which is good, right? So let me rest my brain and I'm gonna try to visualize this correctly. But yeah, that pit in my stomach, never going away. But I should have leaned into it a bit more, but I'm gonna rest my brain. Now we're gonna lean into it immediately again once we get it back. So please rest your brain as well. It's just still a difficult day. Still a very difficult day to draw, right? All right. By the way, I'm not even certain whether, like, I'm trying to still figure out what the appropriate ratio of thinking to drawing is, like thinking to applying is, right? Like, I'll be completely honest, like I'm still figuring that all out. But and let's see. Okay, so I got this inverted. So this is the inside. Yeah. Okay, wow, I do see it actually quite well. I actually do see this quite well. And then this is the outside XYZ, the inside XYZ, and then we got this on the back as well. But we need to make it larger and we need to make it over here because it was down here. I need to just shift it up slightly, right? And let's, I don't know if I'm gonna convert it as drastically as I just did. It's basically something like this, right? That's the front plane. So this is the box, from what I can tell. It's something like this. Let's see, something like that. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, it's something like this. There you go. See? And then you got the bottom plane, you got the top plane. It's like this, and then this is the XYZ axis that we constantly try to see. The back plane, the side plane, the front plane, this side plane. And there you go. Right? Like that's the first step. So I think, and the thing is, like, I don't know, personally, I do not know whether I should be doing more drawing physically or thinking, right? Because I'm still visualizing all of this. I'm still seeing as much as I can, right? But the question then becomes, how much do you balance the drawing and the thinking, right? Because I am getting a shit ton of reps in just by thinking about this, right? That's too much convergence. But I am getting a lot of repetitions in just by constantly making these mistakes and visualizing this mental schema. Like right now, my brain is actually, it's a bit easier now to think because I don't have a third plane to visualize, right? It's not like 1, 2, 3 visible as well. Like when having a third visible plane makes it actually more difficult to visualize, right? The invisible planes are always difficult to visualize, but just having two visible planes and then for some reason calculating the invisible planes is making it easier to understand, right? But either way, like I'm still trying to figure that out. I might have to look into this later. And I'm only saying this right now purely because it's so difficult. So my brain might even just be looking for reasons to be like, oh, is there an easier way to do this? And the answer is no. There's no easy way. There's literally no easy way. But okay, I'm visualizing the box now. I'm visualizing the seen-through box, right? This bottom plane is still getting too large, so I need to constantly keep adjusting it because my mind is making the bottom plane like this, right? Like the seen-through version, you know? Like this bottom plane. That's what it's doing to it, right? It's look how much it's diverging, but it's not. It's supposed to be like this, right? So that is something that is beautiful that's happening, right? It's all a good thing, but anyways, I'm really trying to visualize this all, and again, I'm trying to get the invisible planes set out first. So, oh, see, yeah, like I'm getting the wrong angle because my brain keeps wanting to make the bottom. This is the bottom angle, but this is not that. This is a 2-point perspective. This guy's head is, I'm very, very, very certain this guy's head is in a 2-point perspective because his eye to ear, like the eyebrow to the top of his ear is basically a straight line. So, like when I look at it again, let me just, I'm gonna ghost it. Yeah, it's literally a fucking straight line. So I'm gonna just presume, if I'm wrong, but that just means that there's more nuance to understand to all of this. Man, I'm in so much discomfort. Where's my fucking water bottle? Oh, I left it on my table, god damn it. Okay. Gotta stay hydrated during all of this, right? But, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna visualize the entire box again. I'm gonna try to visualize every single diagonal cross-axis as well. And my brain keeps making the bottom plane incorrect, like the back line of the bottom plane, invisible bottom plane, incorrect. So I have to keep adjusting that. And I'm trying to spatially reason all the diagonals. Right? This one as well. This one. And again, my brain is also condensing. It's converging the front plane too much, like that much. Like, what the fuck is that? It's turning into like this, which is completely wrong. It's not that much. It should be more subtle. Something like this, right? Maybe this is converging a little bit. And then, you know, we have this right here. There you go. That should be roughly how it should be. Right, still thinking about the ratios. I think we see more of the side of the face though than the front, so it should actually be something like this. Something like that, right? Like that should be that's not correct in terms of the convergences, but I'm just thinking in terms of like the sides of the plane. And this just comes down to me looking at the portrait reference and trying to see it correctly, but I think that is actually pretty correct. Yeah, there you go. That is definitely way more correct. And now I'm trying to visualize this box, and I'm trying to see the diagonal cross axes on every single invisible and visible plane. And yes, it does sound like I'm holding it as shit because this is fucking painful. It's not painful. It's just very difficult. It's very difficult. I'm gonna actively stop using the word pain. I don't even mean that it's painful, but it's just like a word you say, right? And it's not painful. It's just friction. It's difficult. It's sheer effort and discomfort, right? And I'm constantly just trying to lean into that to the best of my ability. Okay, I just saw the box seen through pretty decently for a second, right? Just for a second I saw it. And now I'm gonna do my best to hold that together, all those calculations, and I'm trying to see this cross axes, all the different cross axes at the same time. Okay, wow. I actually did see it for a second. I actually did generally visualize that for a second. Like 2 seconds, basically. So I'm gonna rest my brain, and then I'm gonna try again to visualize all of that. And then we're going to, like after that bout, we're gonna actually draw the box and try visualizing the center planes inside of it, right? Just keep making it harder. Once we start making it easy by drawing things, i.e. removing the cognitive load, because the thing exists now, right? The lines, the shapes exist. It's time to start visualizing the next layer, right? That's the only way to get better, but let me rest my brain. And I encourage you to do so as well. So for those of you, I guess, the couple that actually, I guess, watch my content or like draw along, you can probably hear in my voice the past couple of days, been very tired, and I have not wanted to draw for the past few weeks now, and yet I've still been showing up, right? So I want to say that like it's still possible. You can still put in as much effort as you can, even when you don't feel like it. It's what builds the ability to continue to put in effort. And you could probably tell just in terms of the way I'm talking that I'm not even explaining things as well as I used to, but I'm gonna try to lean into that. So right now I'm trying to visualize the box. I'm trying to visualize. I guess like if honestly just fucking lead into the teaching or the explaining, that will probably hopefully wake me up and get me out of my tiredness, right? So right now I can only see the front part of the box like this. I can only see this, right? I only can visualize that, but on this scale, right? And now I'm trying to actively tell my brain to see, there you go, like just the fact that I'm actively trying to tell my brain to like, no, see the other side as well, immediately has made it go from this tilt to this tilt, right? Like this more accurate tilt, to this tilt, and what the fuck, I have to actively be like, no, fix the tilt, right? And I'm still trying to think about it in 2-point perspective. My brain is actively trying to make it the top-down perspective, which is wrong. So I have to keep trying to tell it to do that. And I can't see the back plane anymore, but I'm also trying to shift this over because it keeps coming over here and you shift it over here, right? And I'm trying to make the side plane more. I'm trying to visualize. When I say I'm trying to visualize, I'm trying to calculate, I'm trying to project a more accurate side plane, like a larger side plane versus the front plane where the face is, right? And I'm trying to hold this all in my mind now. I'm trying to hold it all, right? I'm trying to hold it. And my brain still wants to make like a top view like this for the box. And it's funny because like I just rested and it was doing it correctly and I was doing it incorrectly, which I have to fix, right? And I have that huge pit of discomfort. Yeah, the pit of discomfort in my stomach, right? And I'm trying to hold it. I do need to make this front plane a little bit larger, right? And I keep starting off from the bottom, or like the visible, I know, but right, oh shit, I drew that line by accident. But right now I'm just trying to, fuck, can I get rid of that? No, it's fucking pen, obviously I can't get rid of that. But obviously right now I'm just, fucking ignore it. Just right now I'm trying to think of the inside of the box and all the cross axes, the diagonal cross axes, this bottom one, this bottom one, this back one, the other back one over here, this side visible one, and then this front visible one, right? And then now while I'm doing that, we're gonna make it even harder and try thinking about the center planes, right? And the center planes are incredibly difficult to think about right now because my brain constantly wants to either make it a bottom view. It just wants to make a third plane visible, whether it's from the top or from the bottom, right? But it's this. It's basically this type of perspective, right? So it's very difficult to think about that. Okay, oh, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I gotta lean into this. I gotta feel good, force myself to feel good, and just keep leaning into it. Trust me, I know how difficult this feels. Like it is extremely uncomfortable, right? Like your brain does not want to do this. My brain does not want to do this right now, right? It wants to be in its comfort zone, but to keep telling it to fuck off, and to keep visualizing something that it literally cannot visualize. But right now, just for a moment, I'm holding the visualization. I'm seeing through the forms relatively, right? Like 30, 40%, maybe even 50%, right? I'm seeing through it. I actually do see it a little bit now. Okay, let's get the diagonal cross axes in, right? Let's get the diagonal cross axes, get them all in, right? And now I'm trying to hold that. Okay, it's tilting this way. Let's tilt it back while I'm trying to hold that. Let's get the center planes involved. Okay, this vertical center plane, I saw it a little bit. What about the other one? What about this one? Okay, kind of see that one a little bit too. And then the horizontal one is just a line, right? It's mainly just a line because that is where the eyebrow is. Oh my god. That was very difficult. So, take a step back. Alright, try again. That wasn't even like a proper break. I just took a step back to give myself a little bit of a refresh. Because again, astrocytic glycogen, my brain's energy reserves are being used. I know I'm not talking about the science today, or like yesterday. I'm just honestly tired. Like, I've just been tired. And it all might be because usually I draw first thing in the morning. Just yesterday and today I haven't been. It's been like the second thing I do. It's like I've been doing it after I eat. And even though I give myself like an hour to digest, all that blood flow is still going to my gut rather than my brain, right? So that's probably why it's even more difficult than it was before. But that means what? We can still only focus on the effort. And it's just about forcing yourself to feel good when you can't even see, when you can't do as well. Like literally, it's just that. And just by reminding myself, being like, hey, just force yourself to feel good, even if you can't do it. Already I can see this better because I don't care what the result is anymore. I just care about the effort. And now I got that. I'm just trying to think about the center plane here, right? Trying to think about the center plane. Trying to think about like that's projecting out from here, right? Like this side plane. And then there's this front plane. Let me try to think about that one as well. Right? And I lost it, so let me try to build it again. Right? And I think I see it. Okay, I see it a little bit clearer. Let's bring it back. It's still the top, the invisible top, like the invisible top plane is still too wide. It's like this. That's completely wrong, right? So that needs to be fixed because that's just too much of a convergence, right? It's like what the fuck is this, right? Like it's too much of a convergence. It's too much. So I gotta keep fixing that. Keep the tilt accurate, right? I'm looking at the reference again just to get a better idea once again, but keep the tilt accurate, right? But let's get the correct diagonal cross axes down. And again, I'm trying to zoom out. I'm trying to think about it properly. Okay, I think I got it. I got the overall box, right? Get the diagonal cross axis, cross axis, front, right, side, everything. Let's try to hold that. As best as I can. And while I'm doing that, let's try to get the center planes, at least some of the center planes in, right? And my brain is like, this is where my working memory is just fucking taxed. It's completely gone, but this is actually the fun part because my brain wants to make the center plane, like the horizontal center plane, either be like a bottom view or top view. It's wrong. It's just a straight line. And just even understand will that straight line there is extremely difficult, but I'm seeing relatively, like I saw, it's in flashes, I'm seeing it, but it is happening, and I am seeing the box, and it just needs to be larger too. It needs to be proportionally more accurate, right? But I am seeing it, and again, oh, this feels so good. Holy shit. Okay, so basically what it is I just haven't been able to tap into the mode of feeling good while exerting excess energy, this extremely cognitively difficult energy. But now that I'm here again, it's back, baby. I'm back. I'm back. I can fucking explain everything. I can see it. I feel the beauty of the difficulty once again. I think yesterday and today I've just been tired, right? But it's literally, I just had to remind myself, like, hey, just feel good. Just like, it's just about the effort. It's literally just about the effort. Because maybe I'm too pent up. Not pent up. There's probably a part of me that is like, damn, hundreds of hours of this. But it's like, dude, fucking who cares? You're gonna spend hundreds of hours of your life jacking off, so might as well do this as well. Let's go. Hashtag Viggy Coombs. But anyways, okay, let me just try to lean into this one last time. Right, and try to see the center planes. Right, try to really see the center planes. This center plane based on the diagonal cross axes, and this center plane based on the diagonal cross axes. This one's definitely much larger, right? Can even start to think about the ellipses a little bit. Whew, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I just had to lean into it. You listen to see, just do it. Just do it, fam. Just do it. So anyways, let me rest my brain. I encourage you to do so as well. No, the funny thing is, actually, don't even know what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say something, and then I literally completely forgot. What the fuck? Aneurysm? This is what happens when you spend all your brain energy. Fucking 10 out of 10 spatial reasoning, i.e., like 2 out of 10, because it's not even 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 effort on spatial reasoning, 0 out of 10 anything else. I was gonna say something. The funny thing is, oh yeah, the funny thing is, I don't even think about the horizon line that much when I draw this. So like, I need to constantly be reminding myself of the horizon line as well. Because even when I draw these, I don't actually think about the horizon line that much. That would actually make it 100 times easier. I'm a fucking dipshit. Like literally now, if I put the horizon line like this and I think of a box, immediately I can see through the box a lot better. Wow, I'm a fucking retard, bro. I'm literally a moron. And I don't say that in a self-deprecating way. I say it as an objective fact. I'm a fucking idiot. But the beautiful thing about idiocy is that it's a behavior, right? We can change it as long as we are aware of it. And I've just been warned of my doomness, right? So these are all words, trust me. But anyways, let's draw the box, right? Let's draw the box. Let's do the thing everybody seems to fucking always bitch about doing, which is the actual work in of itself, right? And while I'm drawing this, I am visualizing heavily, right, to the best of my ability, the perspective, right, and everything that comes with it, right, everything that comes on it as well. But I am absolutely thinking about the horizon line now, and I'm trying to make this more subtle, because this is something where I can't just, like, you don't want to make the convergence too drastic either, right? It has to be something relatively subtle, because this center does have to be a straight line, right? That is the horizon line. The horizon line's like right here, so I do have to think about that as well. But this is the fun part as well. I think I made this box too small, actually. I thought, yeah, see, it's not as long as this line, but it's like the same size as that one, so it's okay, as long as it's the relative size that I'm getting down, like, it's nothing too bad. But I'm also still thinking a lot about the perspective and the invisible lines and everything. Like, I'm already thinking about the seen-through box over here, right? So, let me just... something like this. Right, I'm also still looking at the portrait, but at the portrait to make sure I get the relative, feels if this could have been more of an obvious convergence. And there are some things that are missing, overall, right, but There you go. See, that's decent. And it's slightly larger in the back, right? So something like this. That's fucking even, god damn it. It wasn't supposed to be even, it was supposed to be slightly larger. Let me look at the reference again. Well, this guy's hair is actually in the way. So if we look... No, never mind. This is actually relatively decent, right? If I look at this... If I look at just purely... Yeah, the skull, the ratio, yeah. This is actually pretty good. If anything, I should have made the front a little bit larger. And this is like, I know you can't see me doing anything. I'm just using my left hand, my left finger exactly, to go over the portrait reference and be like, oh, is it like this? Is it like this? Right? But it seems to be pretty accurate. Yeah, that's okay. I think actually the front plane could have been a bit larger, but already now I'm starting to visualize the back plane, right? The back plane, the seen through part of this form. I think actually this line might actually just be obstructing the back line, right? The back XYZ, but this technically isn't even XYZ. It's like a fucking double XYZ. What the fuck would you call this? What do you call that, bro? X, Y, fucking Y, the XYZ times 2? Right? The 1.5, the 1Y and the 2 XYs? The 2 ZXs? I don't fucking know, right? The point is, I see through the box, I see through the box, right? I see through the box. And definitely think this bottom one could have been converged a bit more, or like showing that clearer. But either way, right now I'm already starting to I'm already starting to calculate. And again, this shows the subtlety, how difficult the subtlety is, right? But I am already starting to, and I'm trying, first time I need to figure out like actually where exactly this is. It literally might be covered, right? It just genuinely might be covered, because there you go. Like this back plane, I'm talking about what might be covered is this line, right? This line right here, right? This back line, if this is the box, right? It might be literally covered by this front line that's actually connecting them, right? Like it might be covering that. It literally might be obstructing it. So first I need to calculate that. How do we even get to that point? How do you calculate that? Well, first it's just about, you just stop where these two lines meet. In terms of like the perspective, like if this is a vanishing point here and this is a vanishing point here, right? Where do they meet? You know, while still being parallel with their adjacent lines, or their adjacent perspective lines. And roughly, I believe it's right on here. So it doesn't exactly stop it, I don't think. It's like right here. It doesn't cover it fully. But yeah, okay, so this is very difficult, but this is exactly what I need, like, because I need to keep visualizing that this bottom line is going parallel with this, and this back line is going parallel with this one, right? So we actually see more of the top plane here. So I made my horizon line a bit lower, right, than I intended. So that's just like that's literally just a geometric error on my end, right? Because they're technically supposed to be even if we're gonna go by the fact that the horizon line is dead center of where the eyebrow is, which is the center of the face, right? But that's not what I've done. I've done it so it's slightly lower. So that's okay. It's just a mistake, right? And I'm just trying to visualize. Like, this is such a subtle visualization, bro. This right here, I have to visualize a fucking plane that's like this, but at this scale, right? So it's like fucking, even that's not like big enough, but that's so subtle. So subtle. I don't know I said subtle like that, but that's so subtle. And let's see. See, like, it doesn't make sense if those goes past here, because then, so I have to figure that out. Why doesn't it make sense that it doesn't go past there? Because they have to meet, right? Because they have to meet. They have to meet where this, because if this extends outward, then it doesn't make any sense. Because then that's not the back of the plane anymore. Yeah, that's not the back of the plane anymore. I'm trying to explain this to you more than I'm trying to explain to myself. This is the part about crystallized intelligence, which is extremely difficult to verbalize, right? But the plane must have even 4 sides. I guess that's the best way to explain it, right? Like, this top invisible plane, the invisible sides must be even, right? Relatively to the adjacent sides, right? So that's why it cannot be like just randomly out here as the point, right? That just wouldn't make any sense. I don't know how to explain this, bro. I'll try. I'll try better next time. But first, we just need to visualize this. So let me visualize it. Right. Let me visualize it to the best of my ability. Right. I think it's actually back here. Yeah, it's actually back here. Yeah. It's actually back here. There you go. So it isn't covering it. It's back here. It's down there. And now I'm visualizing. And again, the bottom one's like really trying to spaz out and like go whoop whoop, but it's like nope, there it is. Good joke. Anyways, I'm trying to visualize this, the inside of this box, and now I'm trying to see the diagonal cross axes, right? I'm trying to see this diagonal cross axis, this one, this diagonal cross axis, this one, that for the top and bottom, this back one right here, right there, and then that one here, that one there, right, and then this side one, and then this side one. I'm trying to hold them all together, right? And then I'm going to try to just as much as I can, try to visualize the three center planes, right? This one is just a fucking straight line. So the horizontal one, I don't even have to think about that much. But for the vertical, the two verticals, I'm going to try to visualize it to the best of my ability. And this is where actually understanding where the center plane comes through. Come true, fam, come true. That's where the center plane comes through, right? And this is incredibly stimulating because I am getting better at visualizing the two. Oh, I just saw the two center planes for a split second, right? It's all based on the diagonals again. It's all based on the diagonals. Okay, let me rest my brain. 36 minutes. Oh my god, I have a goddamn. I have an eon ahead of me, which is good. This is just one of those sessions where time doesn't fly in. It takes very long, which is honestly I'd rather have that because this is just more opportunities for me to just exert my energy, like genuinely just exert all my energy. So yeah, please rest your brain. All right, but I can't believe I'm already at a point where I'm experiencing the fucking curse of experience, which is the inability to teach because my knowledge has been crystallized. Right? There's crystallized knowledge, which is the accumulation of all the experiences that you've gained, right, based on the skill that you're learning. You know, like somebody in business has somebody who knows marketing in business, but not just like the overall business. Let's just say somebody who knows how to market within a business has, and they've been in it for 10 years. They have crystallized knowledge on, let's say, the fundamentals of marketing as well as 10 different ways to market. So when they say, hey, just do ads, right? Underneath that one sentence is about 40 behaviors that they spent 5 years building as skills, right? But that is where you need to deconstruct it. You need to deconstruct it down to the behavior, right? Or like the core essence of the skill. So when I say that, oh yeah, the back plane, the line's right here, I have to like be very explicit and be like, it's because there's a vanishing point here and there's a vanishing point there, right? So this one, when it's trying to get to that vanishing point, yes, technically like it's going all the way, but it's about where they meet, right? Where the point where these two lines meet in respect to their path to their respective vanishing points. So what that means is if you have a vanishing point here and you have a vanishing point here, and this is the front plane, right? And it's like wee, and this one's the front plane as well. That means this back one and this back one will be going towards that vanishing point, towards that vanishing point. This, where they meet right here, this is the invisible top plane. Top plane, voice crack. The same thing over here, right? This is the front one, this is the front one. Okay, now same thing. This one's going there, that one's going there. Oh, look, that point is where they meet. So that's where the plane is. And that is something I've internalized over 1,000+ hours, right? But to you, who probably hasn't, or maybe hasn't, I just assume people who are watching along or just probably not. I'm assuming you're worse, right? And just like an objective, like you're just not as skilled, because I highly doubt anybody better than me is watching my channel because you probably have better things to do. I don't know how much you can learn from me, right? Or maybe it's just like look at the monkey dance, like dance monkey dance. Maybe I'm just a monkey. But like the same point is said here, right? So this thing's vanishing point is like probably all the way out here, right? Like it's definitely like you can't see my hand, but let's just say if this was the page, right? Like it's all the way out here for even a bit further, right? And I can visualize that now, right? And the same thing here, like this one, I can relatively see where it is, because if I bring my finger across, yep, see? I can basically go fucking double the page length in terms of visualizing the vanishing point, right? Took me years to get there. Years, I tell you, years, literally. And I'm not repeating that just for shit, but it took fucking years, right? So same thing is happening right now where I'm trying to visualize this, and I just need to, and again, my mind is still for this bottom plane. For this bottom plane, when I look at it, it still sees this. See, this is the front, and then it sees this for the back. That's what it sees, right? Sorry, it sees like this. Even that's not that accurate. So my brain, I need to constantly tell, be like, bruh, my guy, please. Don't do it. Making mistakes feels good. Don't do it. But anyways, now I just need to visualize. I say just, but I need to visualize the inside of this box. Right, I need to visualize the inside of this box. I'm seeing through the form, seeing all the diagonals and everything, right? Diagonal, this one's like super subtle. This one, right? This one back here, right? I can see them individually. This front one. These are basically, let's see. There you go, that one. And I'm trying to visualize it all at once. And now I'm trying to, again, see the center planes, right? And I need to constantly like oscillate between seeing different center planes as well. First I started with this one projected outward, now I'm gonna start with, first I started with this one projected outward, now I'm gonna start with this one projected outward, right? And we're just going to see this center plane, right? And constantly try to hold it. Oh, I just saw it for a second. This one was wrong because like the bottom plane was going whoop out like that, like this bottom plane for this center plane, bottom line, right? The angle. But I did see, I calculated and I tried to push into the conceptual nature of that intersection, right? In terms of like actually like trying to understand what it could possibly look like calculated accurately, right? And I'm just trying to lean into that right now as much as fucking possible. Every time I calculate, I'm trying to make sure that it's accurate to the seen through form, right? Just accurate to the seen through form, like this bottom plane, you know, you have to get, because it's all going through. There you go, discomfort's back, but it's all going through the diagonal, right? It's all going through the fucking diagonal, the lines, the diagonally, Harry Potter, Snape, Saviours. Anyways, just fucking trying to visualize that, right? Trying to really visualize this one, right? Trying to really visualize this one. Fuck, try to see through this form is so difficult right now. And that's amazing. This is, again, my brain, my body, everything is stressed. So I need to like really lean into this and just try to see them both at the same time. I'm not going to calculate it. I mean, I'm going to calculate. I'm not going to ghost anymore. And I'm just going to try to see every single visible and invisible diagonal, plane, center line, everything. And just lean into this. Just genuinely push the fuck out of my brain. It's making a lot of mistakes. It's making so many mistakes, especially with the bottom plane. It keeps trying to make it larger. But I just have to keep flattening it. Getting the accurate diagonals, right? I'm losing everything, by the way. I'm just constantly like losing the diagonals. Oh my god, in general. And let's see. Keep trying to push it, right? Keep trying to get the centers, like get this center plane in the right spot. And my body tenses up when I lean this hard because I'm really taxing my working memory. So like I shouldn't be this tense. My fucking fingers are loose and shit, but my body, I guess, as a compensation, because it's like if you're not gonna tense your hands, you might as well tense your goddamn entire body, right? My back tenses up, but anyways, like that's just to let you know, like what I feel when I lean this much in. I haven't felt the pit of discomfort yet, but maybe I'm not trying hard enough. So let's really try to lean into this, try to see everything, really try to see everything. Okay, so right now I can see through the form relatively decently, like a solid 30%. See, this is like my max percentage right now, like a solid 30%. But I can't see the diagonal cross axes for everything, so I need to see that everywhere, and I mean everywhere, right? And the bottom plane is still jutting out incorrectly, the bottom plane is still spazzing out like that, so it needs to constantly be essentially told, right? In my mind, I need to be, A, feel good that it's wrong, just like I did right now, and B, be like, no, this is the correct way, right? And I have to look here to be like, let me just look here for a second. There you go, it's super subtle. Same thing here, this is much more This is much less subtle, right? And then think about the cross axis, think about the diagonal cross axis, think about everything. My brain is actually like, it's kind of internally combusting right now because it can't even make sense of anything. And I'm just gonna lean into it just a bit longer, just to fix it all, just to be like, no, 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 you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. This is good. This is exactly how it should be. I'm seeing through the form. I'm seeing through the form. And again, I'm not really seeing that much anymore, like especially not the center planes, but intersecting, and barely maybe the diagonals. But this is what I'm forcing my brain to do, and I'm trying to have them intersect. This is the main part. This is where my eyes are getting warm because of how difficult this is. And I'm just getting the center planes, trying to intersect, trying to see them both at the same time, right? Okay. And now I rest my brain. And I encourage you to do the same. God to the dime. I'm like, today I'm literally just not in a rush, but like my brain, because of how difficult this is, I keep looking at the time of how long the video has been, because I'm like, is it done? Is it done? But I have to keep staying here. And that's a good thing. I want to keep staying here. I simply need to actively fight against the brain that doesn't want to learn, which is everyone's brain. Most people's brains actively avoid the discomfort, right? Very few people love something to the extent where the discomfort is something they've just like internalized as a positive thing. But for those of us who are just normal, average to below average, like myself, it's something that you train. Many times after you like consistently keep training yourself, you'll feel good about the effort, and many times you simply won't be there mentally to put the effort in, yet you must put the effort and then force yourself to feel good about it, right? That's how the normal people like us can still become excellent. I genuinely believe that's how we can I genuinely believe that's how we can become excellent. It's, once again, same fucking bullshit. Oh look, Vicky's about to say the thing. Through effort. It's through sheer effort, right? So with that being said, let's rest our brains. All right, cool. Oh wow, when I looked at this for a second, I just saw through the form and I saw the center planes. I actually saw them, and relatively accurately at that. And I see the diagonal cross axes too. What the fuck is going on? My brain's learning, but that'll go away when I lean into it. It's just a matter of fact. But there's another reason. Another thing. Just one thing I want to mention right now is like I actually do not have a choice. And I'll clarify on that. Like I have built a channel that holds me accountable now, right? I have stated things that hold me accountable. Welcome to my art progress channel. Watch me become great, right? So I literally have a duty to you, the person most likely from the future, because nobody's listening right now, but a duty to you from the future who looks back here and says, wow, this guy really did consistently put in as much effort as he could, especially on days when he didn't feel like it, right? I have a duty to you, and I have a duty to those words of watch me become great. I have a duty to Art Progress Channel. I have a duty to the accountability of all the things I said. I have a duty to myself of the words that I've said, right? But yeah, especially to those of you, to the young artist, and by young artist, I mean not physically young, I mean skillfully young, right? As in you're not very skilled, right? You're just starting out. To the young artist, to the the novice, not novel. I guess technically a novel. Novel means new, right? Not new artist, right? To the artist who has just begun their journey, right? I have a duty to you right now, right? And that's what I'm doing, and that's why no matter how tired I feel, I must consistently persist, right? I must continue to persevere, right? And yeah, I know this isn't a fucking Olympic sport, and it's not like, dude, chill, it's just fucking art, but for any of you who have tried to spatially reason, you know exactly that, you know how taxing this is. This is cognitive effort, this is energy, this is extremely difficult. It literally is. Like, it's just objectively, like, ask somebody, and everybody thinks they can draw a box until they're told to draw a box. Everybody thinks they can draw multiple boxes in the same perspective until they're told to draw a box in the same perspective, multiple of them, right? Like, oh no, I caught it again. Getting better. Yeah, that was good shit. Anyways, that was pretty cool reflexes too. You notice how I caught it in between my fingers like this? Now that takes skill, right? But no, seriously, like it was like whoop, doop, doopy doop, and then I caught it. Those sound effects are not self-inflicted. They actually happen. The noise canceling is just that good. But anyways, right? I have a duty, and by the way, I'm back to visualizing, constantly trying to see every cross-axis, and I'm trying to see the center planes as well. And yeah, I have a duty to you. Like I do. I genuinely like, and maybe this sounds self-aggrandizing. Is that what people say, where you fucking jerking yourself off? Right? Maybe this sounds self-jerking yourself off. Right? But I genuinely do think that now that I've started this, I just have a duty, right? Like, I thought about it. I'm like, even if I never hit my goals of Animorphs and trying to like make my the best fucking fan adaptation of Animorphs and the fan comic and blah blah blah, all that shit, like, because that's my penultimate goal, is to create the best adaptation, to create a fan comic of Animorphs, one of the greatest stories ever told in my opinion, right? Like, that is that's the reason I committed to the pen. That's not the reason I picked up the pen, but that's the reason I committed. Like 3 months in, I was like, that is the vision, right? So, and I thought about it, I'm like, I may never get there. And by the way, while I'm talking, I'm visualizing this top plane, the side plane, right? I'm trying to see the entire form, right? I'm trying to see the cross axis, I'm trying to see this center plane as well, right? And I may never get there, but what gave me solace with that humbling realization, because knowing how hard art is and how long the journey is, and how I might just like, I felt I'm in the middle, right? I'm in the deep, difficult middle of the second phase of extreme spatial reasoning. The first phase was the boxes and cylinders. Now it's the fucking 3 layers inside the box, right? Visualizing, right? Seeing through the box, seeing all the center planes, seeing all the diagonal cross axes, seeing the ellipses inside the center planes, and then seeing the sphere encompassing the ellipses inside the center planes, inside the box, like connected via the diagonal cross axes, right? That is, I think, 3 layers of perspective, right? You see through the box, right? That's technically, I think, already 2 layers, because the first layer is just the visible, the second layer is the invisible, right? Seeing through the box, and then you're trying to see the calculations. Okay, that's still the second layer, and then you're trying to see the 3 center planes, right? Trying to see the 3 center planes. That's a third layer, right? Maybe I'm misconstruing how these layers should be identified, right? But, and then we have the ellipses inside of those 3 planes, and then we have the sphere inside of it. But it's been 51 minutes, so it's time for me to actually just start visualizing the sphere, or calculating the sphere as well. But yeah, I do have a duty. So what gave me solace with that realization, like a month ago, be like, hey, this is so difficult, it just feels like I'm never gonna hit my goals, was the fact that at least I will prove how far you can go with 1 hour a day, 5 days a week on pure fundamentals practice. At the very least, I will prove what one human who is average in all aspects through sheer effort can achieve, and completely demystify yet again, it's not a fucking talent, it's a skill, right? And you're a retard if you think that it is a talent, right? Especially that second part. I want a lot of "I'm with stupid" t-shirts walking around, but instead of it's a t-shirt, it's their identity, because that's who you are if you think art is a talent, right? I have friends like that. One of my friends, Mr. A for anal, right? I have a couple Mr. A's. So fuck, I think I already called Mr. A anal. This is another Mr. A. A for what can I call him? A for a faggot. Yes. No, that doesn't work. A for asshole? That's too basic, but whatever. A for no, actually I think Mr. A, the other Mr. A was asshole. This is anal. Whatever. Mr. Asshole anal asshole, right? He was like telling me, it was like, oh, because I think, who was it? Rembrandt, right? He was like, this guy had to have been talented. I'm just like, bro, Michelangelo, I don't even know if it's a true quote. I think it's been paraphrased, but he's like, if you knew the amount of hours that I worked, right? Like the amount of hours that I put into my craft, you wouldn't think I was so special, right? That's like a paraphrase. I don't know how true that is, but I'd like to believe it. I'd like to believe that that is something roughly that he said, because he fucking started when he was 13. He started when he was 13, and he spent like fucking 8 hours a day, 10, 12 hours a day to his craft. 13, 12 hours a day. Fucking make him 20. Wow, look at that. He's a master. He's already put 10,000 hours. Like, dipshit? Like, what the fuck? Right? Anyways, no, but the point is, okay, I'm trying to visualize the sphere inside of this. I actually do see it quite decently. This bottom plane is really giving me a hard time though, because my brain keeps wanting to make this like a bottom plane, like literally a visible bottom plane. It wants to do this to it, which is completely inaccurate, right? So either way, let me just try to think about the ellipse, right? Try to think about the ellipse. That's what it looks like, and then we bring it here, right? And oh, okay, so that's not bad. We got a pretty decent ellipse there. Oh, I see the other one too. We got the pretty decent ellipse here, right? And then this is the, okay, so my sphere is like right here. That's pretty good. I actually do see my sphere. That's not bad. That's not bad. I actually do see it quite I don't see it, but it does make sense to me, right? But again, I got to keep seeing the 3 center planes, or the 2 center planes, because the fucking third one is literally just a line, right? And then the ellipse inside that is like probably ends right around here, because it is a perfect circle, so we have to keep that in mind, right? But yeah, all I want to say is like that gave me solace. So like I know those of you watching in the future, there's probably gonna be a few people who are just listening to these words right now, right? Like they just happenstance. Through happenstance, many people leave like intermittently throughout the video, but a few of you are probably listening to this. And the main thing that gives me solace with the fact that like I'm accountable for the effort that I put in is the fact that even if I don't reach my goals, at least you will be aware of how much work you can do, by the way. Not that I have done, not that will be required, but that you are capable of. Both of those prior statements are true. This is the work that is required, and this is the work I have done. But what I hope to reflect onto you is the work you're capable of, the effort you're capable of, the skills you're capable of achieving, and the realistic timeline it takes if you're a dipshit like me to achieve them. And if part of you wants to be like, no, I'll do it faster than you, I'm gonna shortcut, I'll find a faster way, you're fucking wrong, okay? You're just objectively wrong. Unless you're smarter than me in terms of like the behavior change and the ability for you to visualize and all those like perhaps those slight genetic predispositions you have towards visualizing that I don't, right? But congrats. You have cut down your 500 hours to achieve this into 350 hours. Very, very good. I'm proud of you, right? But you notice how I didn't say like 3 hours to 1 minute, because it is still hundreds of hours of effort. It is always and forever will be hundreds of hours of effort, right? Do not disrespect the craft. That's the one thing I can tell you right now. The few people listening is like, do not disrespect the craft, right? It is thinking, it is effort, it is sheer cognitive effort, and constantly being wrong and learning how to learn, right? You're learning how to learn, are you not? You're learning how to enjoy learning, right? So do not disrespect the craft, right? That's the biggest thing I can tell anybody. And I'll probably be saying the same shit when I am a quote-unquote master, is like, don't disrespect the craft. Just don't disrespect the craft, because that is the number one way to never achieve your goals, is by disrespecting your craft, right? Or the craft, and that's what a lot of beginners do. A lot of these fucking dipshits, that's what they do, right? I will find the better way. I will find the faster way. I will not do the difficult thing. I will do the shortcut. I don't want to do the hard work. That's too much work. Congratulations, fucking moron. You're not going to get what you want, which is the result, which is what you were never going to get it anyways, because you were so result oriented, right? But anyways, okay, let me really lean into just seeing this properly, because I have been visualizing, but I haven't been seeing it all at once, which is what I need to do. So now I'm leaning into just seeing everything all at once, seeing through the box, and again, this bottom plane is really giving me a lot of trouble, which is good, right? But seeing through the box, and my brain is like definitely like having a lot of trouble with this, right? But seeing through the box, seeing the invisible cross sections, right? The cross axes, right? Visible and invisible. Let's see, what else? Okay, I'm just gonna stop calculating, or like ghosting. I'm just gonna calculate in my mind, right? And then the center planes, right? The 3 center planes. Let me just try to visualize them to the best of my ability, right? I don't know, I'm talking like this, but that's because it's just very strenuous, right? My speech gets completely stilted and altered when I'm thinking to this extent, right? And again, my mind, what it's doing for this center plane right here, like this one, the one that's projected outward from this is what it's doing. That's what it's doing. This bottom line is going like this, right? And this bottom plane is going like this. Right, this bottom plane. So again, constantly have to literally force it to be seen properly. And it still struggles quite a fucking bit with that, right? Still struggles quite a bit. My brain is definitely an output regression, which is when your brain energy is all used up and you are trying your best to see, you're trying your best to understand, but you can't. This is, again, like I've just been forcing myself to feel good. Like this is when you literally just attach dopamine to effort, to errors specifically. And you honestly, you only focus on the effort, of course, but this is where you attach the dopamine to the errors. And I'm trying to see the ellipses inside of it now, because I was already just struggling to see through the box and the diagonal cross axes and the center plane, but now we're going to try to add ellipses, right, in each plane. And this is incredibly difficult. My brain's basically not combusting isn't the right word. I used that word before, but it's just an output regression. That's the only way to say it, right? It's just an output regression. Like that is literally the technical term for what it is. It's just output regression, right? So trying to hold all of it at once, really trying to hold all of it at once. And I'm trying to see the ellipses again. Fucking difficult as hell, but let's see. Let me ghost it. Right? Try to ghost it here. Try to ghost it here. Then we got our, and there's our sphere. Whew, okay, I'm gonna rest my brain, and then we will draw this fuckhead's face. Right, Mr. FF. But that's not really a title. That's just I just acronymized the terminology I gave him. And that's not a word either. But to all beginner artists, right? Just make up stupid shit and say you know what you're talking about. There's actually this one video where this guy, I think I talked about it yesterday, he was saying like, oh, the goats, there's no way they drew like this. And I'm like, why is anybody listening to somebody who has not even put in the work, right? Like, and yeah, the end message of this video was just like, yeah, so that just means you enjoy the process. I'm like, cool. You didn't have to downplay what they were saying to be able to say that, right? But anyways, this is probably, it's not off topic. It's always, everything I say is off topic, so I don't really have a topic, so therefore I win, but it's not relevant, I guess, right now. But anyways, just as an aside, right? Ignore anybody who doesn't have your skills. Ignore me if I don't have your skills. But if some words I say do resonate, use them. Again, it's not black and white, right? We are not in the 1800s, right? There's no segregation. It's just morally gray line. But no, but what was I trying to say? Yeah, take advice of those skills that you respect, right? And if things resonate, take that. It's not like I don't. It never has to be everything this person says is true or everything this person says is untrue. It can be like, I don't agree with this section general percentage, I do agree with this general percentage, and I don't care for this general percentage. Like, it's very, very, very okay. And it's very normal, right? Like, and this is something I had to learn, where like somebody whose art skills, I'm like, oh, okay, like it's good, but it's not really what I want. But then some of those words like that they would say or they put it, I'm like, that was actually very helpful, right? And they're very skilled in their craft and the way they draw and the way they approach their craft, right? But just because their skill and the way they presented their skill did not resonate with me does not mean I immediately dismissed the value of some of their words, right? Is all I'm saying. And this isn't like me fucking this is not an advertisement for me to be like, please listen to me. I'm just saying, like, if something I say resonates, take it. If it doesn't, fucking throw it away. Like, shove it up your ass, right? I don't give a fuck. But I do watch all my content. Give me retention. Anyways, rest your brain. Alright, here's the fun part that only people who care about the result are after. Oh, he's drawing the face because that's portraiture, right? He's drawing the face. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Alright, we don't just draw faces. What do we do? What's a cool one-liner? I have nothing to say. Just shut up. Okay, so again, I have to think about the horizontal. It's right around there. Right, so this is, it's actually lower. There you go. I don't want to get the, and this is obviously me just trying to focus on the box, the sphere. I'm trying to think about everything. Obviously I can't think about anything, but I'm really trying to see through the form while I draw this and I'm constantly trying to think about the ellipses as well. Think about this ellipse, think about this ellipse over here, right? Think about this one back here, think about this one. Like, I'm trying to think about, and I'm trying to make sure like I still have the sphere relatively in my mind, right, while I do this. But it's very difficult. I want you to know, like, it's not really happening because I have an entire face to draw, right? And I actually got those eyebrows incorrect too. Those eyebrows are fucking wrong as shit, right? Should have been cut off right around there, but it's okay. But yeah, like, I have an entire 3D form, a 3D face to draw, right? So it's never going to be perfect, and it's already cognitively taxing just to continuously refer back to the yeah, it's just cognitively taxing to continuously refer back to the portrait reference, and then try to understand the ratios, right? Try to understand that. See, that was a fuck up, but it's okay. We'll just turn that into a shadow, because it is technically a shadow. which thankfully I fucking saved by the actual shadow that was there. Otherwise, that would have been a mistake. Still technically a mistake, but there you go. Right, and then like obviously this is a great way for me to practice my line work as well, but it's not really that great of a way. I mean, it is a great way. It's a pretty decent way for me to practice my line work, right? And then again, while I'm doing this, I'm really trying to think through the box, right? I'm really trying to see through it, trying to see like, and the thing is, I'm not doing it at all. Like, I'm barely doing it, but this is why it's so beautifully difficult, is because this is me seeing the form, right? Like, this is me placing a fucking face inside the schema, right? And when the schema is already so difficult to when the schema is already so difficult to internalize, obviously the struggle will be within the hold up, like when the schema is already so difficult to internalize, obviously there will be complete inaccuracies with placing the form inside of it, right? And yeah, there you go, trying to get the lips right. Oh, Jesus Christ, I always fuck up the bottom lip. I definitely always fuck up the bottom lip. This one was okay. This guy definitely has androgynous features. Right, and let's see. Something like that. His nose is... Oh, see, that was a fuck up, because I didn't realize that was the background. So, yeah, it's supposed to be going this way, right? And again, like, I'm completely losing the form, but every time I do try to... every time I do mention it, I do take a step back to be like, okay, think about the form, right? And it is extremely hard to think about, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm losing, like, even this box now, like, this top plane looks like this to me. Like, that's what it looks like, and I have to constantly be like, wait, no, it's over here, right? Like, I have to constantly remind myself, because there's a lot of calculations that have to be had at the same time. Like, I'm basically trying to hold this entire thing in my mind, right, while I'm drawing this face, and that's the goal. That is the goal at the end of the day. Like, that is the goal, is to internalize the schema, right? So again, let me try to get the center plane, get the ellipse down, right? Get the ellipse down, and then we have the ear here. Bring this over here. What about this? That's this one. And then this one is completely separate, right? Okay, so the ear is right around here, right? And that's based on the calculation that I'm doing. And then we'll see how accurate that is. Oh wait, no, it's up here. There you go. It wasn't accurate at all, because it's supposed to be straight. Well, no, actually, no, it was accurate. It was accurate because it goes up, right? So it's something like this. Right, this guy has an earring. I'll draw the earring just for shits. There you go. Hold up. There you go. There you go. Happy? The earring is nice, you know. Let's see. And then we get the jawline. And we connect. Probably should have used my other pen. That's actually the good pen, too. But either way, right? It's just about where, like, this is the space that it resides in. You know, this is the space it resides inside the box. And this is the schema I'm constantly building in my mind. And again, I'm losing it consistently because, again, I have to think about this fucker inside of it properly. And this is an obstruction. This guy's face is a goddamn obstruction, I'm telling you. It's in the fucking way, right? But that doesn't mean that I don't still try. There you go. Oh god, he's got nice eyelashes, I will say that much. His eyelashes, perhaps even best my own. Right? Oh fuck, I fucked that up. But his eyelashes perhaps best my own. Anyways, that was a good joke. Good joke, Viggy. Thank you, Viggy. Anyways, there you go. Something like that. Right? I don't know why his eyelashes are up like this way over here, but I'll learn that when I have eyelashes to learn. So when I've hit the eyelash section, right? Let's see. There you go. So see, sometimes I draw Michael Jackson, sometimes I draw not Michael Jackson, right? Very, very, like, art is a skill, like any other, it is a skill, right? So, let's see. Okay, so that's good enough, right? It's just about getting the overall understanding. And now we do the fun part, which is actually seeing through the form. And to be like, alright, Where did Vagu fuck up this time? You know, Oshiete Ginpachi Sensei, right? Gintama. Anybody Gintama? Right. There you go. See, so this is the back plane. And this is the other back plane. Fuck. The line's all wonky. But yeah, that is basically the box. I'll say into a box, not the box. It's the box. It's the box. It's the box. And let's see. Ta-da! This cross axis. Right. And then this cross axis. And that cross axis. Again, like I see all this, right? Like I actually do see this. But obviously seeing it all at once has been the difficulty. And the beauty of it all. Because that's why. It is worth it. Like I don't even know if I should draw this one because it's just gonna be a fucking line that, oh wow, I actually did do it. Cool. But yeah, there's like that one's really tiny, right? That one's really tiny. But that's the seen through box. That's the these are obviously the 4 invisible planes, right? The 4 invisible sides. And then we got this visible side right here. And this one's slightly different. And this is actually what fucks me up the most 99% of the time. Voice crack 99% of the time is this, because they overlap, right? There is a little bit of overlap between the cross axis, and it's like it's fine. It makes sense geometrically that there would be a little bit of overlap, right? I wish there was a model like this on Loomis, but or on like Sketchfab, but currently there isn't. It's just not just, it's the shit I have linked in the description, right? The Loomis one, the sphere one, and the Loomis sphere jaw one, the sphere one, and then the box. Right, like those 3 is basically what I not constantly, but I look at every now and then, at least like a couple times a day. I don't do it as much as I probably should, right? And that's what allows me to like get an understanding of what's going on, right? What's going on. And then this is the center plane. This is the oh so difficult center plane that's projected outward, right? Try to visualize that. Goes to there. This one is literally just, this horizontal one is just what, like, it's just fucking straight lines. So it's, oh, I actually think I got the, let's see, it's something like this horizontal one is just this. It's just a straight fucking line. So it's literally just this. Right? It's just a straight line. And then the ellipse ends right around here. Like those 2 points. Right? And how do I know that? Because I can think like, hey, if I drew an ellipse in a plane that was just slightly longer, and it's like, wee, it's like, where would it end? It would probably end right around here, right? Because I've done that before. Obviously, super half-assed example, and probably shit explanation too. But I did not ask to be an artist. I simply decided to become one and put my shit out on the internet, right? So you cannot judge me. But anyways, this one is, and then this is the other one. It's going this way. And let's see, this is the front, right? This is the fucking front. Where the fuck is the front? There you are. There you go. That one going through. I could be wrong. I'm sure like I already made a mistake there. But shut up. Shut up. Okay, see? So that's literally like the 2. And I think that's slightly off. I have a feeling that's slightly off. But just to give you a general idea of what I'm trying to visualize when I do this, right? The point is just to have a pretty solid schema, right? This is the gray pen. Yeah, this is the gray pen. Yeah? Yes, this is fucking gray. I'm just blind. But the point is to have a pretty solid schema, right? So, again, if we get the ellipse down, there you go. There's that ellipse, and then for this one, we have, so I did that one, and then for this one we have, what the fuck? Where the fuck is it? It's like back there. So that one is, they're like basically the same thing, Jesus Christ. Something like that, and then there you go, there's the vertical one. Or the horizontal one. Like this. And then we have our perfect sphere, yay! We have perfect sphere. Fuck, let me actually use the good pen. My brain is tired, man. My brain is very tired. And then ta-da, we have our perfect sphere, roughly. Oh wow, that actually is pretty good. See, I shouldn't doubt myself so much. There you go. See? Ta-da! Right? So, there you go. That's the schema. As always, a fucking... very difficult. I was gonna say headache, but it's not. It's like, objectively, it actually does hurt my head, but it's a good headache, right? But yeah, it's... And then the jaw is just built off that. I think I got the... Oh, the eyebrow placement was wrong. That's good to know. So I got the eyebrow placement. My Asian coming out like somebody. My eyebrow placement was wrong. That's why the nose is actually slightly off. But overall, this is the schema. Anyways, fucking spend bare time, an hour and 15 minutes. As always, that was very difficult. That was very fun. I put a lot of effort in. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to rest my brain now. I encourage you to do so as well. And as always, I hope you put a lot of effort into. I think I just said that. What the fuck? Fucking anyways. As always. I say as always a lot, don't I? Fuck me, bro. Kill me in Minecraft. That joke's not even funny anymore. Fucking anyways, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. What a pitiful, paltry intro. And please, give me money.